예쁜 눈동자에 아주 귀여운 얼굴을 가지고 태어난 이야기. 마틸다.
Everyone is born, but not everyone is born the same.
하지만 그녀의 부모님은 마틸다의 탄생을 못마땅해 했죠.
Harry and Zinnia Wormwood lived in a very nice neighborhood, in a very nice house, but they were not really very nice people. The Wormwoods were so wrapped up in their own silly lives that they barely noticed they had a daughter.
Oh my gosh, Matilda, now look what you did!
또래 아이들과 전혀 다른 마틸다는 부모님의 무관심 속에서도 스스로 모든 걸 헤쳐나갈 수 있는 능력을 깨우치기 시작하고
By the time she was 2, Matilda had learned what most people learn in their early 30s, how to take care of herself. As time went by, she developed a sense of style.
하지만 불법 중고차 매매를 하는 아빠 해리, 학교에 다니는 오빠 마이클, 빙고 게임에 미쳐있는 엄마 지니로 인해 전혀 돌봄을 받지 못했던 마틸다는 혼자 집에서 시간을 보내곤 했는데요.
By the time she was 4, Matilda had read every magazine in the house.
집에 있는 책을 전부 읽어버린 어느 날, 마틸다는 해리에게 책을 사달라고 부탁하는데
There's nothing you can get from a book that you can't get from a television faster.
Get out of the way!
역시나 부탁을 들어줄 리 없는 가족들에 마틸다는 결국 스스로 책을 찾아 나서기 시작하죠.
Where are the children's books, please?
In that room right over there. Would you like me to pick you out one with lots of pictures in it?
No, thank you. I'm sure I can manage.
그렇게 새로운 책을 읽어나가기 시작한 마틸다는 매일 가족들이 나갈 때마다 도서관으로 향하고 하루도 빠짐없이 도서관에서 시간을 보내는 마틸다를 지켜보던 도서관사서 펠프스 부인은 그녀에게 아주 좋은 정보를 알려주는데요.
You know you could have your very own library card, and then you could take books home.
펠프스 부인의 도움으로 마틸다는 매일 집에서도 책을 읽을 수 있었고 그 책은 마틸다에게 부모님보다 더 많은 것들을 알려주곤 했죠.
Any packages come today? Where'd all this come from?
Library.
You've never set foot in a library. You're only 4 years old.
6.5.
If you were 6.5, you'd be in school already. Get up. Get up. Dearest Pie, how old is Matilda?
4. It was 6 in August.
You're a liar.
I want to go to school.
School. Now go watch TV like a good kid.
지니와 해리의 말도 안 되는 고집은 또다시 마틸다를 혼자로 만들어버리고 그러던 어느 날
I'm great. I'm incredible.
We sell some cars today, honey-do.
Did we? Mwah. Sit down. Write this down.
해리는 오늘 판 차들의 값을 부르는데
What was my profit for the day?
Can you repeat the last one?
$10,265. Check it if you don't believe me.
You're a little cheat. You saw the paper.
From all the way over here?
Are you being smart with me? If you're being smart with me, young lady, you're going to be punished for being a smart aleck. When a person is bad, that person has to be taught a lesson.
Person?
Harry Wormwood had unintentionally given his daughter the first practical advice she could use, and thereby introduced a revolutionary idea that children could punish their parents.
그렇게 마틸다는 자신을 방치하는 해리와 지니에게 벌을 내리기로 결정하고 그 복수는 완전히 성공하게 되죠.
Okay, my boy, heir to the throne. Today we diddle the customer.
What did you do to your hair?
My hair?
그날 오후 해리의 카센터를 오게 된 마틸다와 마이클. 해리는 이 카센터를 물려받을 마이클에게 불법으로 차를 팔 수 있는 방법들을 알려주기 시작하는데
We use super glue instead. Go ahead. Put it on there. The sawdust quiets the gears and lets the engine run as sweet as a nut. Two-directional drill. You run it backwards, the numbers go down.
Cool. Daddy, you're a crook.
What?
This is illegal.
Do you make money? Do you have a job? I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong. And there's nothing you can do about it.
하지만 이제 마틸다는 참지 않았고 또다시 해리에게 벌을 내리는데요.
It's nice to go out sometimes, isn't it?
Bonjour, this way, please.
Harry, take your hat off.
I can't.
This is a nice place. You can't wear a hat inside.
I can't take it off. I can't
with
get it
this
off.
hat?
I can't get it off.
I think your head's swelled up really bad.
그 이후 해리는 더더욱 짜증이 심해지고
From now on, this family does exactly what I say, exactly when I say it. And right now, we are eating dinner and watching TV.
Oh, I'm just giving it away.
이때 해리의 눈에 띈 마틸다.
You get to take home. We'll move them closer.
Hi, Dad.
Are you in this family? Dinner time is family time. What is this trash you're reading?
It's called Moby Dick by Herman Melville.
똑똑한 마틸다의 모습에 화가 난 해리는 책을 찢어버리는데
I'm fed up with all this reading. Sit up and look at the TV.
순간 마틸다는 시끄러운 TV를 꺼버리고 싶은 생각이 들고
I didn't do it.
Of course you didn't do it, you little twit. Bummer. Was it magic or coincidence? She didn't know. Matilda might never have discovered her own great strength of mind were it not for the events that began on the very next day.
얼마 뒤 해리에게 찾아온 특별한 손님.
Agatha Trunchbull, principal, Cruncham Hall Elementary School. I warn you, sir, I want a tight car because I run a tight ship.
Well,
My school is a model of discipline. Use the rod, beat the child. That's my motto.
Hey, you going to school.
I am?
First thing tomorrow. Matilda had always wanted to go to school because she loved to learn.
그리고 드디어 꿈에 그리던 학교에 들어서는데
Well, there was a building and children. She was happy to be there.
하지만 이때 엄청난 거구의 교장 아가타 트런치불이 나타나고 아이들은 모두 조용해지는데요.
You, detention. You're too small. Grow up quicker. Heads up, shoulders back, stomachs in. Stand up straight.
Hey, sorry.
Detention for you.
Is that my
What's this?
teacher?
Too pink.
No, that's the principal, Miss Trunchbull.
You squirts better skedaddle.
Change those socks. Too pink.
I'm Matilda. Lavender.
I'm Hortensia.
Hi. She doesn't really hit children with that riding crop, does she?
What she does is worse.
The Trunchbull used to be in the Olympics. Shot put, javelin, hammer throw.
Better than being put in the chokey.
Chokey?
It's a tall, narrow hole in the wall behind a door. And the walls have broken glass and nails sticking
Get
out.
inside, you festering ball of pus!
Didn't you tell your parents?
They didn't believe me. I mean, would your parents believe it?
Out of my way.
Here she comes.
Fresh meat.
하지만 오늘 트런치불의 타깃은 마틸다가 아닌
Amanda Thrip.
Yes, Miss Trunchbull?
What are those? Hanging down by your ears.
You mean my pigtails?
Do I allow pigs in my school? You'll chop those off before school tomorrow, or I will come around. But! Did you say but? Hammer throw. What? I'll give you but!
트런치불은 아이들이 보는 앞에서 아만다를 던져버리고
Good luck! Excellent release! Think she'll make the fence? Can we close one?
다행히 담을 넘어 안전하게 착지한 아만다.
Get to class before I throw you all in a chokey.
What's my teacher like?
그래도 마틸다의 담임 선생님 하니는 트런치불과 정반대의 성격이었고
Miss Honey was a wonderful teacher and a friend to everyone.
Well, Matilda, you've come on a very good day because we're going to review everything that we've learned so far.
그렇게 시작된 마틸다의 첫 수업.
2 times 6 is? 12. Pretty soon you'll be able to do any multiplication, whether it's 2 times 7? 14. 13 times 379.
4,927.
I beg your pardon?
4927.
It is.
Wow. I read this book last year in mathematics at the library.
You like to read?
Oh, yes. I love to read.
마틸다가 또래와 다르다는 걸 한눈에 알아본 한희 선생님은 곧바로 트런치불을 찾아가는데
Almost got you. Actually, it's about the new girl in my class, Miss Trunchbull, Matilda Wormwood. Matilda Wormwood is a very sweet girl. And very bright.
You can't handle the little viper, so you're trying to foist her off on one of the other teachers.
No, Miss Trunchbull.
하지만 한이의 말을 들을 생각이 없어 보이는 트런치불은 그녀를 아이들을 컨트롤하지 못하는 겁쟁이로 취급해버리고 트런치불과 말이 통하지 않자 한이는 그날 밤 마틸다의 집으로 직접 찾아오는데요.
Some teacher. Says she's got to talk to you about Matilda.
What'd you do that for? You have Velasquez on the ropes.
What do you want?
I'm sure you're aware by now that Matilda has a brilliant mind. I really feel with private instruction that she'd be ready for college in just a few short years.
A girl does not get anywhere by acting intelligent.
Oh, dear, I can see we're not going to agree, are we?
Why is he standing in the middle of the ring?
He's standing in the middle of the ring because it's over. Wait, it's over.
One.
How do I know? You shut it off.
다음 날 갑자기 전교생을 강당에 불러 모은 트런치불.
Bruce Bogtrotter. Would little Brucey come up here, please?
그를 여기로 불러낸 이유는
Chocolate cake.
바로 자신이 아끼는 초콜릿 케이크가 없어졌기 때문이었죠.
Well, it's hard for me to remember a specific cake.
How can you be sure unless you have another piece? Here we go. Now, eat it.
Don't eat it.
This poison. Something's up.
다행히 케이크에는 아무 이상이 없었고 브루스는 그 자리에서 트런치불이 준 케이크 한 조각을 먹어 치우는데요.
You look like you enjoyed that, Brucey.
Small.
You must have some more. Cookie.
역시나 트런치불의 벌은 상상 이상이었고
Poor Brucey.
하지만 더 큰 벌이 무서웠던 브루스는 케이크를 먹을 수밖에 없었죠.
He's going to puke. I can't look. Is he going to puke?
Bruce looks real bad.
Give up.
그러던 이때
You can do it, Brucey! You can do it, Bruce! Yeah, you can do it! Go, Bruce!
마틸다를 선두로 아이들은 브루스를 응원하고
Any children who object will go straight into the chokey together.
그러던 어느 날 학교 근처 냇가에서 도롱뇽을 잡은 마틸다와 친구들.
Any of the small semi-aquatic salamanders from the genus Triturus.
이때 잔뜩 화가 난 트런치불이 나타나는데
You flaming car! Sell me a lemon. You're heading for the chokey, young lady.
해리가 고물차를 팔았다는 이유로 마틸다는 말로만 듣던 무시무시한 초키에 갇히게 되고 그리고 갑작스럽게 트런치불 교장의 특별 수업을 받게 된 한이의 반.
Put away the art project. Put away anything colorful.
물통을 채워 넣던 라벤더는 순간 트런치불을 골탕 먹일 아이디어를 떠올리죠.
Don't even breathe loudly.
Don't breathe at all.
Morning, Miss Trunchbull.
Morning.
Sit.
이때 한이는 마틸다가 없어졌다는 것을 눈치채고 겨우 마틸다를 구해낸 한이는 그녀와 반으로 돌아오는데
Can't for the life of me understand why small children take so long to grow up. What's funny? It's a snake! Ah, it's a snake! One of you tried to poison me. Who? Matilda.
I just thought you'd like to know it's not a snake. It's a newt.
Stand up, you villainous sack of goat slime. You did this.
I didn't do it.
You didn't like the chokey, did you?
I'm telling you, I didn't do it.
Besides, even if you didn't do it, I'm going to punish you. You're a liar and a scoundrel. And your father's a liar and a cheat.
순간 마틸다는 막말을 퍼붓는 트런치불의 입을 막고 싶어지는데요.
I am God! You!
It didn't move.
I'll be watching you. Each and every one. And especially you.
그렇게 수업은 끝이 나고
Miss Honey, I did it.
You did what?
I made the glass tip over.
그리곤 그 능력을 보여주려 하는데
Come on, tip over, glass, tip over.
It's all right, Matilda.
I really did do it, Miss Honey.
왠지 모르게 자신과 닮아 보이는 마틸다의 모습에
Matilda, would you like to come over to my house this afternoon?
I'd like that very much, Miss Honey.
학교가 끝나자마자 하니의 집으로 향하게 된 마틸다.
That's where Miss Trunchbull lives.
Why is there a swing?
그러자 하니는 한 소녀의 이야기를 들려주는데
When she was just 2 years old, her mother died. Her father was a doctor, and he needed someone to look after things at home, so he invited the mother's stepsister to come and live with him.
The Trunchbull.
Yes, and worst of all, when the girl was 5, her father died. The police decided he'd killed himself.
Why would he do such a thing?
No one knows. She found a small cottage, and she moved out of her wicked aunt's house, and she finally got her freedom. Do you know why I told you this? You were born into a family that doesn't always appreciate you. But one day, things are going to be very different. Should we go inside and have tea and cookies?
Yes, please. This is a cottage from your story. The young woman is you.
역시나 트런치부를 떠난 그 소녀는 하니 선생님이었죠.
When I left my home, Aunt Trunchbull's home, I had to leave all my treasures behind. Photographs of my mother and father, and a beautiful doll my mother gave me with a china face. Lissy doll, I called her.
Why don't you run away?
I've often thought about it, but I can't abandon my children.
You're very brave, Miss Honey.
Not as brave as you.
I wonder what Miss Trunchbull is afraid of.
조금 뒤 다시 트런치불의 집으로 돌아온 두 사람은 어디론가 향하고 있는 그녀를 발견하는데
She's afraid of a cat.
Black cats. She's very superstitious.
Or a kitty. Let's go get your treasures. Come on!
마틸다로 인해 결국 두 사람은 트런치불의 집으로 들어오게 되고
My father's portrait used to hang there.
하지만 떠난 줄 알았던 트런치불은 다시 집으로 돌아올 일이 생겨버리는데요. 결국 캐리의 가게에서 산 똥차는 또 말썽을 부리고
Father's chocolate box.
Have one.
No, she'd notice.
Where's Lissy doll?
Upstairs.
이때 다시 집으로 돌아온 트런치불.
This is my room. That's my dad.
What's his name?
Magnus. I used to call him King Magnus. He called me Bumblebee.
Is that Lissy doll?
What? You useless used car salesman scum! I want you around here now with another car! I'm gonna sue you, You what?
살짝 열려있는 초콜릿 상자에 집에 누가 들어왔다는 것을 눈치채고 마틸다와 하니는 지하실을 통해 빠르게 그곳을 도망쳐 나오죠.
Some rats are gonna die today.
Come on, let's go.
She shouldn't be allowed to treat people like that. We'll wait until she leaves again. Then we'll go get your doll.
What?
Just kidding.
Matilda, promise me you will never go back in that house again.
I promise.
하지만 집으로 온 마틸다는 하니 선생님의 인형을 가지고 오기 위한 방법들을 생각하는데
Dad,
What do you want?
yell at me, okay?
Shut up and leave us alone! I'm gonna give you a tanning like you never heard in your life! My word is my law!
신비한 초능력을 사용하는 방법을 터득한 마틸다는 그 이후 본격적인 연습에 돌입하고 완벽하게 연습이 끝난 그날 밤 마틸다는 다시 트런치불의 집으로 향하는데요. 트런치불의 눈을 피해 하니의 방 쪽으로 올라온 마틸다는 연습했던 능력을 발휘해 인형을 꺼내기 시작하는데
Come on! Listen up, come on!
이때 마틸다의 눈에 띈 초콜릿 상자. 하지만 뭔가 아쉬웠던 마틸다는 트런치불에게 겁을 주기 시작합니다. 그렇게 트런치부를 집에서 쫓아내버린 마틸다. 하지만 하필 잃어버린 마틸다의 리본이 트런치불의 눈에 띄게 되죠. 그리고 다음날 학교로 온 마틸다는 인형과 초콜릿을 하니에게 선물하는데요.
I will be teaching your class today.
그런 트런치불에 하니는 점점 불안해지지만
Maybe I could go back to the house and put the doll back while she's still at school.
I didn't. I was on the garage roof. I did it with my powers.
All right, I need to think. Let's see. Powers.
I think I got them down. Watch this.
그제서야 하니는 마틸다의 능력을 알게 되고
Side, quickly, run! Run, run, run! Get against the wall, against that wall! Water! And hold the newt! I am here to teach you all a lesson. Form a line across the room, quickly! Run, run, run! Don't keep me waiting! A child came to my house. Do any of you recognize this? Who does this disgusting ribbon belong to?
Miss Trunchbull, I was the one who was at your house last night. I know I
Broke your arm once before. I can do it again, Jenny.
I am not 7 years old anymore, Aunt Trunchbull.
Look.
이때 마틸다는 또다시 트런치불을 겁주기 시작하는데 그렇게 제대로 당하게 된 트런치불은 아이들에게 내쫓겨 영영 이 마을을 떠나버리고
Miss Honey moved back into her father's house. Of course, Matilda was a frequent visitor.
그러던 이때 갑자기 이민을 간다며 마틸다를 데리러 온 해리와 친이
Hey, we're leaving. Come on, let's go. Get in the car. Hurry up.
I'd be happy to walk her home.
Well, nobody'll be there. We're moving to Guam. Daddy's not going to be in the auto business anymore.
I don't want to leave. Miss Honey, please don't let them
Get in the car, Melinda.
Matilda.
Honey doesn't want you.
Because she's a spectacularly wonderful child and I love her.
Adopt me, Miss Honey. You can adopt me. 1 second, Dad. I have the adoption papers.
Hey, where'd you get those?
From a book in the library.
Are you hearing this, Harry?
All you have to do is sign them.
What do you think, Pumpkin?
Who's got a pen?
늘 그랬던 것처럼 마틸다를 쿨하게 놓아준 그녀의 부모님은 하는 수 없이 입양 동의서에 사인을 하죠.
So Harry and Zinnia got away.
이후 트런치불이 운영하던 학교의 교장이 된 하니는 마틸다의 유일한 가족이 되었고
And Matilda never had to use her powers again.
그렇게 행복한 가정을 찾은 두 사람의 모습을 마지막으로 영화 마틸다는 끝이 납니다.